consider. I think there are many factors that go into what scanner you might want to purchase for your practice. Firstly, I think you need to consider what you're likely to be doing as a practice using the scanner. So, are you likely to just scan and send to a lab and continue to use the scanner almost as a basic digital impression tool? Are you likely to be doing in-house manufacture and more involved digital workflows? And Invisalign is currently a big consideration, as only certain scanners will send to Invisalign, and if all you do is Invisalign, then an iTero is a no-brainer. I think things to look at with scanners: what software and features the scanner might have. For example, is there a smile design software included? Is there an orthodontic outcome simulator? Will there be cloud-based storage of all your scans, and can you access these remotely at any given time? Is the scanner wireless, and which part of it's wireless? For example, Medit and 3Shape Trios have wireless versions of the scanner, where the handpiece is wireless, whereas something like the Dentsply Sirona Prime scan, the cart is wireless, so you can move the cart around. However, the handpiece or the camera is wired into the cart. So those are some considerations when it comes to the ability to move the scan around the practice. Another point on that is whether you can scan over the network or using a server-based license. So anyone can use a scanner with any computer anywhere around the practice. And this becomes very important when you've got multiple surgeries, multiple people using the scanner, and then how many scanners do you actually need? You don't need necessarily one per surgery then, but you can move the scanner around quite easily. And another big factor is whether it's an open system, meaning can this scanner communicate with other pieces of software, and can you move the data from one piece of software to another quite easily. If we look at who will be using the scanner, again, we need to know how many surgeries that scanner is going to be used in. Will it be used by a hygienist, a therapist, a nurse, treatment coordinators? And again, how portable or easy to connect to the license that scanner will be. For example, if you've got a client-based license, you can potentially scan over the network by simply moving the small camera around to different surgeries. Whereas if you have to move a large acquisition unit around the surgeries, that can be a lot more difficult, especially if you're on multiple floors with stairs in between. With regards to budget, you need to know how much you want to spend on the scanner, because there are all different variations of scanners, from cheap ones with very limited functionality all the way up to the top of the range scanners that have full functionality and lots of software suites with them. And how many scanners are you actually going to need? And are there going to be ongoing subscription and support fees with that? So from a budgetary factor, you need to consider how many scanners you need for your practice, how much each scanner may potentially cost, and whether you're going to have a monthly or yearly fee to continue using that scanner. I would suggest trying a scanner on models and on a patient if possible. So ideally, if you're going to be trying on a model, try and get say at a dental show or something like that. If you can get a model with an implant in it where you've got a very deep section you can scan, it allows you to see just how deep that scanner will go. For example, I tried one and it wouldn't scan anywhere below the actual surface of the model, whereas others will pick up 3, 4, 5, 6 millimeters under the surface. And this is really important when you are doing things like implant soft tissue scans and also scans around deep margins of crowns. If you can get the representatives from the company to let you use the scanner on a live patient case, that would be ideal, because then you get an idea of how it scans in the mouth with saliva, blood, tissue, actual tooth tissue there. So it gives you a much more realistic view of what you're purchasing. And I'd definitely say get a good idea of what the scanners are like to hold and use, even if it's just on a model, just so you can see how big the scanner is, how ergonomic it is, and how comfortable it's likely to be for the patient. And also get an idea of your colleagues about what scanner they have and how they feel it works. However, just be a bit careful on that one, because there is a consideration of confirmation bias when a lot of dentists will say it's the best scanner in the world just because they spent a lot of money on it. So I hope that's been helpful, and you can find out more information about all our courses and our online lectures at therealdentist.co.uk or on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you for listening.